Dopamine is a neurotransmitter made in the brain. Basically, it acts as a chemical messenger between neurons. Dopamine's released when your brain is expecting a reward, so you can experience dopamine release from several things such as playing video games, watching pornography if you want to, eating a nice piece of food, and exercise. Now, what if we combined two of those things and we made them into one? Yeah, that's right, we're talking about gamer food today. I kid, not today. No, in fact, today we're talking about the combination of video games and exercise. Now, I love video games, as you probably know from this channel, and if you know me personally, I love to exercise. It's a really good way to stay fit, and I enjoy the feeling I get once I complete a workout. One of my favorite forms of working out currently, though, is the Nintendo Switch game known as Ring Fit Adventure. Ring Fit Adventure is an exercise game developed and published by Nintendo. I've known about Ring Fit Adventure for quite a while now, and when I first saw the trailers of it, I did think it was pretty fascinating as a concept. But the thing about it, it was just so hard to get upon release, and you had a better chance of finding the Loch Ness Monster in a pet store than you did of finding Ring Fit Adventure in an actual store. However, thanks to my brother and my sister-in-law, I finally got to play it for the first time. I played quite a bit of Ring Fit Adventure during the initial stages of the COVID-19 pandemic, and honestly, I'd say this game, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Doom Eternal, Paneled Upon, some other stuff, it's an odd pairing I know, really helped me keep my sanity in the initial stages of the pandemic. Let me just start out by saying this, though. Ring Fit Adventure is a great game if you want a nice workout from home. You can make the workouts last however long you want them to be, and I think that's helpful for someone like me, because I work night shift. I don't really have a lot of time in the day, so I can mainly use this as my workout from home. If I don't have a lot of time to exercise, or if the weather outside is bad, I can still get a decent workout. This game is not going to help you get jacked. This is more of a cardio-based game, I tend to find. You can gain muscle from it. I'm not trying to say that you won't, but you're not going to be looking like Brock Lesnar coming out of a workout session of this game.
Suplex City, bitch!
This game's more to help you lose weight and stay fit. I put a lot more of my exercise focused around cardio, and I think a great thing about Ring Fit Adventure is you can do a lot of types of different workouts. And so, I guess with that, if you want to do mainly just like yoga, you can do yoga, for example. Ring Fit Adventure does come with two accessories, though, that you will need in order to play the game, those being the Ring Fit Ring and the leg strap. So, with these, you're basically taking your Joy-Cons and you're putting them in these accessories in order to do the workout. They are necessary to have. So, for example, if you're doing an exercise that requires you to squeeze the ring or pull out on it, you will need the ring to do that. And you'll push in on the ring, or you'll pull out on the ring. The leg strap, though, is more for jogging and squats and stuff around those lines. These aren't, like I said, just pieces of plastic accessories that you'd have for something like the Wii. They are mandatory for this game, and they contribute a lot and make this game feel as special as it is. Now, let's kind of start here with the game modes, as this is the real meat potatoes of the game, I feel. I'm currently playing through the game, as this is more of a quick look in Ring Fit Adventure. I've been playing it for about a year, but I mainly do the sets to the time limit I have before work. With the sets, you can do specific types of exercises in order to focus on a specific body part, which I think is awesome. So, if you don't want to forget leg day, you can do specific sets focused on your legs. So, you can do a lot more like stretches and squats, and I hate squats, but thanks to this game, I've gotten a lot better at doing squats. I personally really like the shoulders exercise, as this helps me reduce the pressure and stress in my shoulders, and this is a really good way, I think, when you wake up in the morning to get some stretches. I usually, for a workout, try to do about 3 sets along with a jog, and I'll do a quick deltoids exercise, as I think this is a decent amount of exercise that you'll really want to get around that 25 to 30 minute exercise mark. I think that's usually the recommended thing for the bare minimum of doing exercise. Ring Fit Adventure isn't just a bunch of sets, though, as you can play through minigames as well. I personally don't like these that much. They remind me of really bad Mario Party minigames, like the ones we would have got during like 9 and 10. I personally just prefer the sets. They're not awful, they're just not my thing. They are short exercises, but they're not great. If you want a short exercise, though, the ones I mentioned before like the deltoids, are some of my favorites. So, we'll use the deltoids for example. With the deltoid exercise, you're pressing it on the ring as quickly as possible within a 20-second time limit. This isn't one that I usually try to play at least once per session when I'm playing the game, because I like seeing my score go up. It's honestly a great feeling, because I think when you're playing the game, like, and when you're doing exercise, you're gonna feel good, because once you finish exercise, you feel great, I find. Unless you overdo it and you get sick. But if you don't get sick, you should feel great. And especially when you know you're doing a good job, that's a good thing, because when you're doing the deltoids, you see your score up, and when you do the sets, you get a score on that from, like, basically a D to an S. It's a really good feeling constantly improving upon yourself that I think it does help improve your confidence in a way. If you do want a custom exercise, though, you can always set that up as well. This is handy if you just kind of want to do specific areas. For example, if you think you need improvement. So, I guess for an example, when I started playing Ring Fit Adventure, I was awful at doing squats. And I have gotten better at them now. I still hate them, but now I can burn squats up. And it's really nice to know that I've actually made an improvement there. And that's the thing I think about exercising in general on its own that I love, is I think it is the process of exercising is you're constantly improving, and it's a really big confidence booster, which is nice. However, I think the thing that many people will probably jump into when they first play Ring Fit Adventure is going to be the adventure mode. And a great thing about Ring Fit Adventure is that you don't have to worry about just receiving a set difficulty set for your workouts. The game is going to ask you questions before you begin about, you know, your weight, your gender, how old you are, your social security number, please leave that in the comments, in order to get a good idea of where you're at in terms of what you want from a workout. So you don't have to fret if you're scared of just getting thrown into something you're not prepared for. However, I do have to state that, me personally, I think the adventure mode is much tougher in terms of a workout than just doing the sets, and I'll go more on that later. However, before you do the workouts in the adventure mode, I do recommend performing the stretches that are given to you. These are available to be skipped if you do stretch before you start a workout, but I just recommend them personally, as I think it helps loosen your muscles up, and you can avoid getting a cramp or something along those lines. Our adventure begins with nameless Nintendo hero, number 69, who discovers a random floating ring. We pull the ring and unleash a giant buff devil of darkness. This is Dragox. I probably pronounced his name wrong. If you don't like it, can't help you. And he immediately flies away. However, the ring begins to speak, and his name is Tip, and he's going to tell us that Dragox is an evil dragon who was sealed inside a Tip a long time ago. Dragox, because he is evil, is able to spread his demonic power to others and make them evil as well. After a quick scan to synchronize with Tip, our hair is now on fire. Why? I don't know. But when our hair is on fire, we're basically better synced up to Tip, and this is how you know when you're performing the exercises better. So, if you're doing a jog and you're going well and your legs are going yellow and your hair is on fire, that's how you know you're doing your exercise correctly. So, that is usually your indicator of, okay, am I doing well in this or am I not doing well? It's pretty simple to understand. Now, the story mode for Ring Fit Adventure is pretty interesting. A lot of your levels are going to be more running and jogging through the stages, and that is something you prepare for if you don't like to run and jog. I like to, so it's not that bad for me, but I know a lot of people who hate to run, so there you go. Now, while on the stage, you will encounter enemies that you're actually going to face in an RPG battle, so something pretty much turn-based. What's really cool is that your attacks in this game are based around your exercise. So, for example, you can do the front press to do like damage to an enemy, and you'll gain experience points as you unlock new exercise attacks along the way. And you can actually swap these out for other attacks. So, if you don't like doing squats, for example, you can swap that out with the knee lift. And you have a total of 6 attacks that you can have. So, I think it's a really good balance of things you like to do and things you don't. So, if you want to do something like with the squats that you need to improve upon, you can mainly do squats. I just recommend you don't overdo it, obviously. Later on in the game, though, Tip will actually gain ability to attack certain enemies with certain attacks that will do more damage. So, for example, if your enemy is green, then you can do a yoga exercise to do more damage to the enemy. I think this does make the game a lot more user-friendly and easier when it comes to dealing with multiple enemies because of these fights, because they can go on for quite a long time. And I cannot stress this enough, do not cheat on your exercises. You are only hurting yourself by doing this. The game goes at whatever pace you want to go at. There is absolutely no shame at all for taking a break if you're tired or you need a drink. I do it, especially from the running. If you're having a long day, you know, take it easy on yourself. I love that about this game, though, because I have days where I'm not feeling up to working out, and I definitely get wore out faster than some other days. It happens, it's normal, and that's why I think I can really recommend Ring Fit Adventure to someone who wants to get into exercise. If you have anxiety about going to the gym or working out, then this is a really good gateway to not only get in shape, but also working out helps release dopamine, which will make you feel nice and confident. I have gym anxiety. I get it. I don't like going to the gym because I don't like people watching me work out. I don't like people watching me run. It's weird. It makes me feel weird. But thanks to Ring Fit Adventure and some other stuff, I've gotten used to that, and I don't really stress it anymore. I'm not saying that's a guarantee to help you. I'm just saying it's there if you need it. Like an RPG, though, you have healing items and other items that you can grab. In World 3, you meet a man who runs a shop where you can buy drinks to replenish your health or even customize your clothing. The clothes actually allow you to do more damage with an increase of stack stat or raise your defense, and there's a lot of customization in Ring Fit Adventure. Again, like the swapping of attacks, and you can avoid, you know, a lot of damage by getting new clothes to make your workouts harder if you choose to. There's so much customization in here that you can work with, and I think that's cool, because I love customization in games, especially in an exercise game. I think it makes it feel a lot more personal, so you can wear whatever you want. And if you want to make your workouts harder, you can always just use the basic clothes that you get, if you enjoy that kind of thing. I do not. While performing a level, though, you can actually grab rings and coins in order to get money for these items, just to clarify. So when you're playing through the game early and you're like, why are the rings here? Is Sonic gonna show up? Sonic's not gonna be there. You can just go ahead and grab the rings and save them up to basically get new clothing. Ring Fit Adventure, though, I do think is the first RPG I've ever played that has made me sweat. Everything in Ring Fit Adventure gets you moving, which I love about this game. I never turn the game off feeling like I'm lazy and didn't try. It's truly a great form of exercise that I think you can enjoy while also having fun. Like I brought up earlier, if you do choose to get this game, do not feel shameful if you have a hard time when you first play it. Exercise is like driving a car. You're gonna start off really rocky and not understand how to move the wheel. But as you play along and get more practice, you will get better. I'm by no means perfect at this game. It just takes work. It's an adventure. A Ring Fit adventure, if you will. Lame joke, I know. If you're interested in playing this game, it is more than available now, and I do recommend it quite a bit. I've debated on actually making a whole series about Ring Fit Adventure, kind of showing my workouts, and I guess going along as a bit of like a, not documentary, but more of a journal series as I constantly try to improve myself. But I'm really not 100% sure if it's something people would enjoy or really be interested in. But if you are, just, I guess, put a comment and let me know. I don't really know. So, like I said, Ring Fit Adventure is a great time. If you've played the game, let me know what you think about it. If you're interested in the game, like I said, I really recommend it. Let me know if you get it on the Twitter machine. Thank you all for watching, and have a great day.
Drop your hips.